A recent report by the Worldwide Fund for Nature sheds light on environmental health and economic consequences caused by plastic pollution, revealing the dire situation faced by countries such as Kenya. The report says low-income countries bear a burden up to 10 times higher than their wealthier counterparts, despite their lower plastic consumption.
The reason why we want a global legally binding treaty, just like in the Paris Agreement for climate, then we would need targets that would essentially move countries, for example, to move from unnecessary, problematic and unrecyclable products to a standard that says all countries, all producers must create products by these standards that are all recyclable, so that we do not have a huge percentage of the materials ending up either in the dump site or being incinerated, that essentially fuels more extraction of fossil fuel to feed into the exponential growth.
Despite Kenya's efforts to curb single-use plastic, illegal import persists, underscoring cross-border nature of the challenge.
In 2019, for example, China refused to take plastic imports. So right now, countries in the global north are trying to look for an alternative home for their plastics, which is very expensive if it was to be dumped in Africa. It might cost a lot of resources in terms of capacity, but also the infrastructure requirement that's required to handle these plastics is very costly to African economies.
Mr. Green Africa is a plastic recycling company in Kenya. The company has invested heavily in recycling capacity, processing 5,000 metric tons of plastic waste annually.
Europe and the United States, they have other challenges that they face. They need to transition from a linear to a circular economy. We in Africa, we have the beauty, we can jump and we can leapfrog into a circular economy directly. And that needs funding, that needs committed organizations like Mr. Green Africa's in these nations, and of course government who creates the policies that enable this kind of development.
The report also says that as of 2019, only 9% of plastic waste has been recycled.